It's a feeling of sadness, of overwhelmed, of poor me, or even wanting to give up, or don't want to participate, don't want to go anywhere. Things that you normally do and you don't want to do it anymore.
I also was starting to experience panic attacks, and I feel a sense coming over me that I could pass out.
So I think of depression as a pervasive and sustained change in mood. So the pervasive part is that it colors your whole life. It colors your interactions with people at work, at home, when you're by yourself. And sustained means that it is there with you when you wake up in the morning, it's there when you go to bed at night, and it's there for weeks or even months at a time.
Substance abuse just went hand in hand with discomfort and anxiety and depression. Self-deprecating, self-loathing feelings, I think, have been pretty deeply ingrained in me for a long time.
It was very frightening. It was, my mom's symptoms were unbalancedness. She might fall up the steps or fall down the steps. I remember driving with her. Her reaction was off. So the stop sign could be here. She would stop a little bit further out of the stop sign. So it was a little scary.
Depression is really a bad news, good news story. The bad news is it's a terrible illness. It can cripple, it can kill. The good news is it's a highly treatable condition. There's reason for hope if you're depressed.
When you're in a deep depression, you may not think that you deserve to feel better. And so it may take someone in your life to recognize that you're not doing well to kind of push you to get up and get the help. But certainly it is treatable. We have medications to treat it. We have psychotherapy, as I mentioned. A thorough evaluation is important, asking a lot of questions, taking a good history to find out what is the cause of depression.
About a half of all people respond to the first medication that they're tried on, but sometimes it takes trying a couple of medications. If you don't respond after many medication trials, usually it's 3 to 5 medication trials, then you start looking at other treatment options.
There was a big thing about stigma. I think that was also one of the things that we didn't share freely with everyone. It's just that you think it's your own personal story and no one else can understand. People will look at you totally different.
I am somebody who is very involved with my church, and faith is absolutely a driving factor in a lot of things that I do, and this did not at all feel like one of those things that if I keep praying about it, somehow a solution will appear or some higher being will, come and help me with this. There's more to this than what I've been taught or what I've been told, and that was a big aha moment for me.
Stigma is the ultimate piece of why the African American church still in its own faith frowns on those that have mental illness. And it's not really well dealt with, and it's something that we really need to pay a lot of attention to. How are we doing at this point in time?
It's from the faith perspective that understands that when we share what is at our depth, when we share what is troubling us, when we call out and ask for help from those that we're close to, and from our community of support, that is not a sign of a lack of faith, but actually it's a sign of a deep faith in trusting that community to be able to provide the support, in trusting those who are close to us to be able to provide that support.
And when I got to the place where the medication started balancing me out, I got a chance to hear, think, and see clearer. Then the therapy kicked in, and the balance and the clarity and the hearing and the thinking allowed me to see the results.
It was kind of awkward at first because I was kind of resistant of therapy for a long time before that. But after 2 sessions, I was like, yeah, no, I needed this. This is great.
I found out from going to those classes that it had to be me that wanted to get better. It had to be me. The first medication made me very, weak and nauseated. So we kept trying different things until I started to feel better. It didn't happen overnight.
Things got better every time I surrendered in another sort of level. Every time I stopped fighting, every time I trusted that people were trying to help me, I trusted that I couldn't handle all of this on my own, and sort of accepted that I really needed to tackle everything now and take it seriously.
I'm absolutely one of those people who, when I feel better, sometimes I stop taking my medication. And that's something that I can admit because I think that people need to recognize that that is a real thing. Not that it's a good thing, but it happens and it's easy to fall into that pattern. And so some of that transition between psychiatrists has been because of me. Some of it has been because of disagreements and the way I'm being treated. But having a therapist who pushes me to always find someone new or make sure that I'm staying on top of that has been very helpful.
I have that great sense of hope because I see the stories of people's lives every day, and those stories of hope of people who have gone to the depths and experienced depression, of people who have faced terrible addictions, and that has brought them to a terribly low place in their life, but now to see them flourishing and actually to see what they've learned through that process, I think those are the greatest signs of hope in every faith community. And I think it's a great sign of encouragement that we know the support is there, we know the healing is there, and it's awaiting those who just need to walk through that door.
Even today sometimes, with life, just life, I kind of get sad and down and out. But I have tools now that I use that I learned when I went to the outpatient hospital, and I can use those tools and they work for me.
That's what keeps me going, knowing that I have potential and that there are things that get in the way of that at times, but I want to overcome those things and be the person to say, I have depression, I have anxiety, but that didn't stop me from doing XYZ.
For a while, I did feel like being depressed, like that felt like my normal. Like I'd wake up, be depressed, and be like, yeah, this is life. But now I wake up feeling okay and like ready to do things and be productive. And that feels good in itself.
I feel like I have enough coping skills and I know what I need to do. I feel I will never again feel as bad as I did.
I'm going back and finishing college. I might have a really great job I'm excited about. I have way deeper relationships with everyone in my life. But it's also, I get a lot of satisfaction from showing up to sort of be of service to other people. Being depressed or drinking or using, I spent most of my time kind of trapped and wallowing in myself. And I get a surprising amount of pleasure from just being able to actually show up for other people. It's like a very new experience for me.
If I can just reach one person, for them to understand that this is not a story for just one person. This story affects so many people. If you don't have a person in your family, you know of a person who has a family member. I just want them to look at it a little differently and just understand. It is just like another illness, diabetes. The worst thing that you can do is go through this by yourself.
I think there's a reluctance among most people to ask somebody about their health, and especially their mental health. So I think that we need to give ourselves permission to reach out and help others. I think it's at least 9 times out of 10 appreciated, and often it plays a critical role.
There has to be an ongoing clarion call for the faith communities to come together and really know and understand their role, our role in depression and mental health.
The challenges in life allowed me to face them and get through them so I can see that life does get better. That's the thorn. The challenge is the thorn. And the outcome of getting through it is the rose.